Friday, October 11th, guys, 2024. What's up? Took that L last night. Royals, guys, great season. Gotta love the St. Louis Cardinals and the Kansas City Royals. Yankees, congratulations on your victory. Yeah. So, anyways, guys, today, what I'm going to do is Sunday, I'm going to do a review. I actually had bought 2 more Concaves. I had bought, I had the 5mm, which I absolutely loved. And I saw that, man, I just thought I saw Braden put out a video. And if you've noticed, he had the 7.5mm on in 2 of his newer videos. One was one where they're showing the chains that they're stocking, which was like the rounded Byzantine, I think. He had the Figaro. He was doing the flat, the concave flat. And like there was another one, maybe a box chain. Then he has another video where he's doing budget chains for link styles, where he had the Figaro and he had the 7.5mm. I believe he called the concave a 7mm in one. The other one is a 7.5 is what he calls it. I believe it's the same one. So when I watch, the cardinal rule, Braden's rule, is if you want something and you like the way it looks on camera, buy up if you can. So I really like that 5mm, guys. The 5mm weighed in at 16.6. I think it says 16.3 on the site, 16.6. It does do the little wink thing. I have a review on it if you check that out. So I got on his site and I purchased the 6.5. And Braden actually emailed me and was like, hey man, do you want the 6.5? We actually have a 5.92. It's not up yet. I'm putting it up right now. So I didn't know what to do. You guys saw the unboxing video I did. I was real pumped that it was 5/9. That's my birthday, and 22. And when I looked at it, I put it on, and I thought, man, this is so much better than that. The 5mm for me. I'm a big guy. Okay. Then I put on the 6.5. Braden was right. I told him I was going to get the 6.5 instead of the 5.9 because I did it first. And he said, you won't be disappointed. He was right. Because, guys, I'm wearing 2 rope chains right now. This is something that I wear a lot. This is a 4 and a 5mm. Even a 6mm by itself I have. This is the 6.5mm. Okay, and this is the one that I have decided, even though the 5.9 was the one that I thought that I was we all do it, I did it. Buy up. Okay, I saw the reason I brought up the 7.5mm on his channel is because I saw that and there was a big presence to it. And of course, if that's what I was going for, I would have bought up. But I thought, well, that looks pretty big to me, so I think that's a little bigger than what I want. I think the 6.5 is where it's at. Well, 5.9 can't be that big of a difference. 16.6, they're all 24 inches. I've got 3 of them here we're going to look at. It's kind of a comparison video. And then Sunday, the one that I have kept and am going to love is a 6.5mm, because even by itself, it's got a heck of a presence. The fact that it lays flat most of the time is also a big deal. So all 24 inches, the 5mm weighed 16.6. The 5.9 weighed 22.8 or 9. And then the 6.5, 28.1. Guys, we are literally talking, what is that, 5 grams difference. So when you hold the 5 and the 9, when you hold the 5.9mm next to, or have them away, or kind of, that 6mm and that 5.9 is real subtle. But when you just put them on, when you have them by each other, when you put on that 5.9 as a 6 foot, excuse me guys, I'm stroking, I think, as a 6'4", 245-pound man, it definitely had way more presence than that 5mm. And it looked fine. It looks real good, and I can throw that on there for you too. However, when I put on this one, the whole look that it comes up with is just exactly what I wanted by itself. If you get a headache, again, this one weighs 28, so not very much. Not like a super, I've got them all tangled. It's not a super heavy chain. Um, so, sorry guys, it's always something here. I don't know, a couple reviews ago, I had the whole phone fall and I didn't go back. I don't go and edit or anything like that. So you just guys got to do. This is a 6'5", okay? And I've got it wrapped a little, but that's how it lays, 24 inches. I thought about 26. I thought about the 7'5", but man, this is a perfect subtle look for me, just all by itself. But when you go and you put on this 5.9 millimeter instead, which I'm getting ready to show you, there's a difference. And there's a difference when I have my other two ropes on, and even when I was just wearing this one by itself. So there is that 5.9. So do you guys see what I'm saying? It has presence. It lays. It's a beautiful chain. I'm going to tell you, if you are in between, if you're not really wanting to get to that 6.5, if you're just really on the fence on that 5 millimeter, if you're not, if you've got the budget, try to go up to that 5.9 millimeter. That's this, guys. Look at the presence. It lays. Again, big guy. But here it is with all these other chains, right? Eventually. So it just comes down to it. What is your real preference going to be? And I know this is kind of looking crazy here, but I'm trying to keep this one separate from all the others here. So there you are. So see the 5, now look at the presence. I'm going to leave it like this because if I had it like that, see, it looks good, but maybe you can tell the size difference. And there it is with the 4 millimeter rope, be too small. There it is with that 5. And guys, this is what I like right here. So it's the 5.9. This is where I was wearing the 5, but it's a 5.9 with a 5 millimeter rope. If you want to do a 4 millimeter rope, I would suggest doing it above, so you look something like that. But again, when you're looking, and this is something that I had bought them for. I'm gonna be real careful with this here. I had bought them to wear at the same length. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the same length on the link chains, but I'm not gonna have the two flat links. If you can tell, and again, so the weight, guys, 5 grams makes all the difference in the world sometimes when it comes to this one laying flat. My wife and I, we just kind of went over it. It's going to come down to what do you want? Because the smaller a concave, even the concave curbs, which are, okay, this is going to be almost like a flat curb, except it does have the concave cuts. And I don't know how well those are going to pick up. And that's what is reflective. That's what make these things go shine, shine. I'm just playing. But you guys see with this right here, here is that, and I'll just throw it down, see if it sticks. It just sticks. Go and watch the Braden video, okay? When he puts on that 7.5, he just drops it and it lays. There's no messing around. And so what I did is I just kind of figured I knew I was going to want the 6.5. And I put on the 5.9 and I just kind of walked around the house and I just kind of bend over and say, you know, okay, weird. But to see what it would do. And man, this one stays consistent. Maybe with hoodie weather, if you want to go longer, you know, for me, this is 24. Some of you skinny guys, I mean, Braden and everybody else is 22 inches. Mike off of the Tried Truth. Again, if you haven't subscribed to that, do it. Guys, I'm going to come out with a list, a video pretty soon of people that I like to watch. David, Jewelry from a Distance, Cubanos, of course, Braden and Jacoje videos, the Tried Truth. You're going to want to get a hold of those. A lot of good videos. Even Billy, who always had the prison ropes, and I don't think he's posted in a long time, but very helpful. So guys, when it comes down to is what are you trying to get out of this? You've seen the 5.9 and you've seen this one. So let me go ahead and take this off. My suggestion is if you are my size, 6'4", 245 bigger, you're going to want to go with the 6.5. Okay, the 5.9 is fine. Like, it depends on what you guys are trying to get. If you're wanting a small chain look, go for it. It's like I kind of asked in the group today, had 4 chains on. I said, you know, same lengths and stuff. I said, does this look good? And some people said, well, it looked better if it was bigger chains, just one of each. And, you know, one's a 6.5, it comes in a 7, and the other one is 6, and then I've got like a 6mm rope and a 5mm rope on, and people are telling me to go bigger with the stuff. So it's like, how big are we wanting to go here? This is it for me. The 7.5, I don't even think I need to look at it. This is exactly what I wanted. Of course we like big chains, guys, but it's, what do I want for the, I've had Miami Cubans, I've had Jacoje curves, I've had baby curves, I've had the heavy chains, I've had a 200-gram chains, I've had 150-gram chains. I mean,
someone is at the Honolulu.
So someone's at Honolulu for you to like puff. So it kind of comes down to, kind of got me there. What are you looking for? I mean, I would love to have a 9mm, 26-inch, 18-karat gold Cuban, but at the same time, you know, that's a lot of weight. Head starts hurting, neck starts hurting. Sorry about that, guys. It did respawn. I don't know what she's talking about. Crazy thing. So when it comes to that, this 6.5, when I put it on the calibers, and you guys are going to hear, because this is not early morning, you can daylight time, so it's almost noon. I can wear this all day. No problem. For some reason, the 24 inches, 22 inches, I can start feeling a little bit of pressure. 26, I can't, even on a heavier chain. I can wear this 55-gram rope, no problem, because it's 12 to 26 inches. Sometimes if I have a headache, I feel stuffy. 24 inches, I feel like it's pulling me down, even if it's light. So if you are smaller than me, that 5mm is going to be a real classy, subtle look. That 5.9, though, I think is probably where it's at for a lot of people. I saw a shout out to, can't remember who it was, but you bought a 5.9. I think you're going to love that when you get it. I think there's another person that got an 8.5. And exactly, I think you're going to love it when you get it, because that's exactly what you wanted. 8.5 is big for me, and I am not here saying that, you know, that's a bad chain or anything like that. 8.5 is awesome. It's just, that's not what I was looking for. I was going for more of that subtle, clean, and then if I want to add chains to it and look sloppy on, you know, Sundays when football games are going on and you got a jersey and you want to look cool, or you're going to go and you're involved with a softball league for old men, rock that stuff, you know. But here is that, all the lobster clasps are going to be the same, guys, on these. They say 14 karat, they say Italy, they've got a maker's mark. And this one has it on both sides. Don't know who the maker's mark is. I believe it says, so it looks like an MI, I'm not sure. Mission Impossible. But 28 grams, 28.1. We pull up here's your 5.9, guys. You ready for this comparison? Here you go. See if I can get. So you've got 6.5 right here. And you've got that 5.9. right here. And if you can see, even on the concave curbs, it's the same thing as on the links, the concave flat links, which is what these are called. The smaller it is, it's going to have less of a gap look. But guys, here's that 5.9 again, and that 6.5, and how much of a difference is there? Now I can tell, and I think you probably can tell too, that this one over here is bigger. How much of a difference is there? There is, let's see, if this one weighs 16.6 and the other one weighs 22, almost 23. So you're looking at like a 6 gram difference, guys. Just a little under. That has to go somewhere. And I'm going to tell you, this 6.5 lays differently than the 5.9. And it's probably because it's not going to be probably, it could be because it's thicker out this way. It could also be just because of the weight. But that spot, that when I just put it on, and you just, like I said, on that Braden video with the 7.5, it just flops down. If you're looking for a Miami Cuban look, can't afford a Miami Cuban, don't want to afford a Miami Cuban, Miami Cuban's too heavy, okay, for all the time. Love it. One of my favorite chains. My favorite chain ever is probably the Jacoje Concave. It is what it is, okay? Miami Cuban, but it is what it looks like to me. But like the thick edges, I like the shiny top. Daniel Jewelry Inc. does, you know, that flat, real polished look on their Miami, so I love that. But I'm looking for something that I can wear all the time. Braden's 5.5 millimeter that he's so crazy about. Guys, I started off with a fig. I just don't know if when I put them on, they make me happy to look at, but I just don't know if they're me anymore. I would rather have this look. So, is it worth? And if you're smaller and you don't wear hoodies, I think this at 5.9 is going to be the perfect chain for a lot of people. That 5 millimeter is going to be fine, but that 5.9, imagine getting told that the 5.5 flat curb is this great, and now you've got a 5.9. There's a video where Braden's always talking about the 5.5, but he says maybe the 6 millimeter flat curb is the best available option. Well, now you've got that right here in this concave. Let me hold up another one here. Now, the 5 millimeter lays differently than the other ones as well. And guys, check that out. You can tell a huge difference here now, can't you? Between the 5 and the 6.5. This one right here is your 5 millimeter, and you're, like I kind of pointed out, you see how much smaller the gaps are compared to that. These things just shine like crazy, so I'm hoping that you're able to see. So that 5 millimeter over here, guys, on the right and that way, my right, I don't know what it is for you. That's going to be a perfect chain for a lot of people. And I heard the term starter chain and a whole bunch of, that's it. You're looking at a great price. But if you can push out a little bit more, I think that this one right here, the 5.9 millimeter, is probably like an amazing piece, because you're going, depending on where you go or how you do things, you're going to be able to stack, you're going to be able to combine, you're going to be able to add. That 5.9 really looked well with a 5 millimeter rope. And again, I'm going to do the 6.5 millimeter review on Sunday. I just wanted you guys to see these because Braden hasn't had the chance yet. Again, links are tighter, 5 millimeter, 5.9, 6.5. A lot of presence on the 6.5, lace flat, going to be a little bit more costly, has a little bit, the links are more open. Skip that one for a minute. We're going to go to this 5 millimeter. Links are a lot tighter, a lot more affordable. Beautiful chain, will lay different, and does wink a lot. And that's Braden's term about when the links chains flip. You don't get that with these, but when they flip, and they're kind of winking at you. This is the 5 millimeter. It hasn't kinked when I'm wearing it. However, if you just were to sit it down and pick it back up, it 6.5 didn't do it. The 5.9 hasn't done it, but it will every once in a while catch, and you just go like that and it comes out. It's not like a Cuban where you're going to be sitting here having to figure out, oh, okay, it goes this way. Then now I just rub it and it comes right out. And that's usually from just storing or whatever. And that's probably because those links on that one are a lot tighter. But the one that I left out, guys, was the 5.9. Winks a little. It's right in the sweet spot. It's going to go better with your, if you got smaller chains, I feel like it goes better with them above. If you got a longer chain, I think it's going to go better below. And it's got the best of both worlds. It's tighter right here. It does not kink, because like I said, my wife and I were talking about it, and that was one of the things that was even standing back, because her vision's better than mine. She would just tell me, well, you can definitely see, the holes in that one versus this one, but you can still see them, guys. I put on the t-shirt, I went and I've done the looking and kind of checking it out. You're going to be able to see them. It's a flat curb, it's a flat concave. It's what it is. So that's just, it is what it is. So my recommendation is the 5mm. If you saw my last review, I think it's a great chain. I think it's a wonderful chain. I think the 5.9 is the pro version of it. And by that, I mean, if you want something that's going to go better with, pairing, something that's going to give you it has a lot more presence in the standout. That 5 to that 5.9 is a huge difference. 5.9 to 6.5. You can definitely tell, guys, Braden isn't lying. The 0.5mm makes a huge difference. However, that 5 to that 5.9 is a big difference. Where the 5.9 kind of just laid around, or the 5 laid around, and it was there. But this other one is there. And then as I got to the 6.5 here, you can definitely feel the weight. You can feel the presence on it, or see the presence on it. It goes well with everything I want. So if you're a normal size individual, I would say the 5.9 is a sweet spot. If you get a 5, I think you're going to be extremely happy with it as well. Just know that that's what you're getting is a 5mm. Don't expect it to look like the one Braden's wearing, a 7.5. That's not what I wanted, so I was kind of hoping it wouldn't be huge. 5.9 is probably the best way to go overall, on my opinion. I haven't, again, out of the 5, the 5.9 and the 6.5. Not anything other than that, because I haven't seen them, okay? However, me personally, I'm keeping, and will be my personal chain, even though I said it was going to be that 5.9, it's going to be the 6.5. Looks the best on me, and I don't need to play silly games. I just need to be, I want it to look good and happy. I know what I want, and should have stuck with my gut, and just, the 6.5 is where it's at for me. The 5.9 is going to be that sweet spot, that really, really good deal for a lot of you guys. So I would check it out, because like I said, if you're wanting something, even a solitaire chain, that 5.9 is fine. It's perfect. It doesn't show a lot of, gap. And yet you have exactly what you want. So, again, I'm going to leave you with this. Get which one you want. Guys, save up. I know things sell out quickly, and that's another problem too. People are always like, well, save up and get what you want. It's hard when they sell out that fast, isn't it? So again, this was pretty much a review, but not a review of this 5.9. And here's the 5.9 next to that 5. So most of you guys are going to be in between these two. And if you get this one, guys, you're not going to regret it. For some reason, the bigger these flat, and it's because there's more surface area, the more they shine, the more they glow. And I don't know if you can see that on there, but the one on the left is just going a little more nutso. And that's the 5.9. So either way you go, I think you guys are going to absolutely love it. If you get one, let me know. I love you guys sharing. It's totally awesome. Everybody's been so cool in the comments. Really appreciate everybody. like, let me know if you get one. I want to know what's up. If you guys have any opinions or comments, drop them. And Sunday I'll be doing the 6.5 millimeter concave flat review in 14 karat gold, 24 inches by itself. Okay, I don't know if we'll have a lot of comparisons and stuff, but I'll compare it next to a rope, a 5 millimeter rope. We'll do it next to just a 7 millimeter. Well, whatever we got there, we'll throw it out there and do some different things. Again, Braden is going to be making these videos. I'm just trying to get him out there before he gets out there and try to help out a little bit with anyone else trying to purchase, because I know that you're spending money blindly on the internet. So it will be a review on Sunday after me wearing it all day Friday, Saturday, kind of tell you what I think about it. And if I think it is the best concave. I wore the 5 millimeter for almost 2 weeks. Absolutely loved it. I put this on, I adore it, and I don't want to upgrade it. I don't want to do anything like that. And it's light enough that if I want to wear it with other stuff and it's flat, just tuck it in. It's something I can make memories with. I can go places. I can do things, but you know, I can be me. I can wear it, and again, if I need to tuck it in, no one's gonna know. It's not gonna bother. And the 30 grams or 28.1. doesn't bother me so far. So I will let you guys know on Sunday what I think about it. We'll go over it up close just by itself, and hope to see you then. You guys have a very blessed Friday. Enjoy your weekend.